4 potential next opponents for Derek Chisora as he defies retirement pleas following Jo Joyce upset win. Derek Chisora wants to get to 50 professional fights after outpointing Jo Joyce in a classic. War recorded a fantastic upset win at London's O2 Arena as he dropped and outpointed Joyce in a real display of character and determination. Chisora is now 40 and has faced persistent calls to retire from the boxing public, particularly since he has now recorded back-to-back wins. Despite taking some punishment in a real war of attrition, the Finchley star has vowed to continue to fight and is eyeing a next appearance in Manchester. He said in the ring after the event, "I love you, London. I tell you what, things were off there. I had to dig deep. Joe's a good fighter, but I knew I was going to drop him at some stage. I signed with Frank Warren and we went to York Hall. I think it's a good time to end my career with the man I started with. Thanks, Frank." Advertisement. "I've got 2 fights left. I'm not retiring tonight, but this was my last London fight. I'll go to Manchester before the end of the year." Chisora is now expected to fight 2 more times, with options set to be assessed in the coming weeks. It is highly unlikely that Chisora will fight at world level, but 2 fan-friendly clashes are expected to be picked for his farewell tour. Here at Talksport.com, we have take a look at the 3 best options we have picked out for his next outing. Dillian Whyte Trilogy. A third showdown with Whyte would certainly be an event which would capture the imagination of British boxing fans. It is a rivalry that has already sold out arenas on 2 separate occasions and generated huge interest and revenue. The heavyweight pair first met in an absolute barnstormer in Manchester in 2016, with Whyte picking up a win by controversial split decision. Chisora eyed his revenge, and he got an opportunity at the same venue. He beat Joyce in December 2018. War appeared to have the initiative in an epic back-and-forth encounter, but he was knocked out cold by a thunderous left hook from Whyte. It was 2 all-action classics between the British pair, with fans always suggesting a trilogy would be on the cards. The rivals had bad blood on both occasions, intense build-ups, and a third installment could well relight the fire for both fighters. Given Chisora is also interested in a return to Manchester, a third meeting would certainly be something that makes sense for both fighters at the stage of their career. Fabio Wardley vs Frazer Clarke winner. Wardley and Clarke equally had the minds of British boxing fans blown as they fought to a draw in their domestic title clash. A rematch is likely to be the next port of call for the pair to settle who will gain the Lonsdale belt for good, but Chisora would make a logical step for the winner of the clash, as they look to start their own journey to world level. Andy Ruiz Jr. A clash between the Briton and Ruiz would be one which would again capture the public. Even if it seems unlikely, Ruiz is set to return for the first time in 2 years as he takes on Yarrell Miller on Terence Crawford's undercard next weekend. If he progresses, the Destroyer will need activity to restore his name back into the world title mix. A showdown between the pair in Saudi Arabia could be huge business given their investment into the heavyweight division currently. Both fighters are on good terms with the Middle East, and it could be a real all-action affair. Deontay Wilder. Chisora has an impressive resume, and one of the only top names of this generation that Delbury has not fought is Wilder. Wilder is off the back of 2 straight defeats to Joseph Parker and Zhilei Zhang, and there may not be many fights left for the Bronze Bomber.